Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I am very happy to have you here today. First of all, my apologies that this was not released this morning. I just have so many things I need to go over. First of all, if you hear panting, Parker is okay. We are in an excessive heat warning in Texas right now, and with the heat index, it's like 112 out at 6:30 at night. Even though I have the air conditioning on, it is still very warm. So anyway, please disregard her. Again, sorry about this morning. For those of you who don't know, I have like this huge vegetable garden, and I mean huge, and all these cucumbers were ready to be harvested yesterday, and I did that, and I needed to pickle them or else they're going to spoil. So I was up till midnight canning last night, so therefore Tammy could not get out of bed this morning to do the reading. So I apologize. So that's why I'm going to do something special. This will be a little longer, but it will be time stamped, okay? Before we begin, let me show you this beautiful crystal here. Obviously, that is selenite. This is black tourmaline. This is called rutile. Some people call it rutile quartz, R-U-T-I-L-E. And you can see some people call it rutilated quartz as well. But you can see inside the rutile. I sell it in my store. I have a little, oh, my nails are terrible too. I sell little pieces in my store. A little goes a long, long way. Okay? So if you're interested in this, check it out, read about it. This crystal is highly vibrational. And I'm not going to go into it all here and do a crystal educational series, but because it is so highly vibrational, number one, I always keep it in selenite because it just picks up negativity just so quickly and absorbs all of it. But also because of its energies being so high, anytime that I use it, or particularly when I'm not using it, I keep tourmaline with it to pull down those vibrations. So anyway, we can look at that beautiful thing there. Okay, so excuse me. So I hope everybody had a great day. It was a very long day for me. I was quite tired, but I'm very excited to do this reading this evening. This is a reading. It is a general reading from today, the 19th, through June 25th. Before we get into all that, let's go ahead and do the housekeeping. So for anybody that's new to the channel, welcome. And to my returning viewers, hello, I'm glad you're here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and would consider doing so, I would greatly appreciate it. Smash that subscribe button like you mean it, because the YouTube algorithm is real and it is based off of subscribers. So smash it. It's based off subscribers and watch hours. So let's beat the man. Subscribe, turn notifications off. I get it. You don't want your phone blowing up. I understand it. I do the same thing. Turn the notifications off. That won't offend me. And then come to the channel anytime you want to see new content. And, you know, I try to run a schedule, but I do throw some things out here and there. So in advance, if you've already subscribed, thank you again. And if you do subscribe after watching this video today, thank you so much. Really appreciate the support. All right. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice here. So, other housekeeping. June special. The June special still going on through June 30th. If you book it on June 30th, it probably won't get done until after the 4th, around the 4th. But it is the 5-day Reiki healing package. You get 5 days of distance Reiki. You get a crystal grid specifically for you. And what I pick up with your Reiki, distance Reiki. I'll pull some cards. I'll do probably a little candle magic. So you get all of that for 5 days. That is discounted at 20% off through the end of June. So check that out. Also, because I feel so terrible about not releasing this video this morning, and I know I have subscribers that are very faithful and watch all my videos every single week, and I thank you a million zillion times. So because I feel so terrible about dropping the ball, from today through Sunday. So again, if you sign up through Sunday, you might not get your reading till Monday or Tuesday. I have discounted the normal general tarot readings. Sorry, my brain is fried. Normally it's fried because I don't have coffee, and now it's just fried because I worked all day. So anyway, I've discounted it $30, and your reading, it's a general reading. You can ask up to 3 questions. It will be a 45-minute to a 1-hour reading just for you. I will connect to your energy, and if anything comes through, I'll let you know. $30. I will send you after the reading, and I get everything uploaded. You'll receive a link to download your video file, and it's yours to keep and watch as long as you want. So again, $30 on sale through Sunday. So you have to either from right now through Sunday order the service and pay for it. So go to yournaturalhealer.com/services and just look for, I don't know if it's called general tarot reading, but it's $30. You cannot miss it. You can sort it by like readings, Reiki, just sort it by readings or tarot, and you'll find it. $30. All right. So I hope some of you take advantage of that. And that brings me to the next thing. This is a general reading, so please remember that it may not resonate with you. This reading is for everybody in the entire world. So don't get frustrated or say I'm fake because it doesn't resonate. 2 things. Again, it's for anybody in the world, so it's going to happen. And secondly, you can always come back at the end of the week, and then maybe you'll go, oh, wow, that's what she was talking about. All right. And again, if it doesn't resonate, readings are $30 right now. So I'm not limiting how many I'm going to do. So, go for it. All right. So normally I have 1 deck, and normally I draw 3 cards. It's time stamped. You choose a card. I do the reading. At the end, I do a 2-minute Reiki hug, which I will still do. So for anybody new, once your reading is over, please forward to the end. As I said, it's time stamped. Go to the Reiki hug, and you get 2 minutes of distance Reiki healing. Okay. Now, I have 2 decks here. This is going to be a little different, and this is going to be a little longer. So if you need to pause the video right now to go get something to drink and a snack, it's going to be not your normal, it could be depending on the cards drawn. It's not going to be a normal 10-minute per card usually. It maybe 15, could be 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw from this deck, which is it's a Rider-Waite deck. Well, it's not Rider-Waite, but it looks very, very similar. I just like it because it's got correspondences to astrology, and I love that. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to draw 3 cards, 3 piles. So there'll be a left pile, a middle pile, and a right pile. Okay. Again, using your intuition, you're going to choose your pile, left, middle, or right. At that point, I will start the reading. The 3 cards, one will represent the past, the recent past, one will represent your present, and one will represent the near future. I will read those 3 cards. Then I will draw 1 card from the traditional Rider-Waite deck to clarify what the energy and clarify the meaning. Now, this is something that's normally done in a regular reading, and it's just a basic spread. I do all different types of spreads depending on the reading. Every reading is different. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle this deck first. And this card stock is a nice, really thick stock, so I have a little hard time shuffling this one. But as I said, I will draw the 3 piles and use your intuition. Don't overthink it. And then remember, this is time stamped. So after your reading, please make sure you go to the Reiki Hug. Take advantage of that Reiki healing energy. Now, don't expect this type of reading every week. This is my way to say I'm sorry to my viewers. Do a little something special for you, plus the discounted discounted personal readings. All right, so those of you who don't know me, when I shuffle like this, I am not a card shuffler. To even doing this is like, you know, I'm not consistent. That was a nice one. But when I shuffle like this, cards fly everywhere, and let alone me watching off the camera, or, you know, watching through the camera to shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle right here. You'll probably see the camera getting knocked around from me shuffling. You may hear it, and I apologize for that. But I don't want the cards flying all over the place, and then I'm just going to have to start over. And the energy is already good, and I want to get our reading going. Okay. You think we're ready yet? I don't know. My guys are telling me a couple more shuffles. I just kind of go with what I feel. Again, it depends. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw, again, 3 cards. One, hold on, I'm going to split this in half. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that is our piles. All right. So without overthinking it, you're going to choose a pile. You're going to choose the left, the middle, or the right. And then you're going to go to your timestamp. All right. Let's do this. So if you chose left, I'm going to do that reading first. I'm going to set these cards off to the side. Just right there. Okay. So left, I'm going to spread out your cards now. All right. So this is going to be your recent past. This is your present energy, and this is your near future. All right. Let's do this. So you guys pulled, this is kind of exciting, something different. Oh, beautiful card. The 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is an outstanding card. So in your recent past, there's been a lot of harmony in your life. Domestic harmony. Harmony, you know, if you're married, it's harmony with your spouse. If you have children, that's working perfectly. You know, at work, everything's coming along. Just every aspect in your life is perfect. And as you see, like the couple, they look happy. The kids are dancing. You've got these beautiful beams, beautiful house, green, just everything is perfect. So again, in the recent past, there's been a lot of harmony in your life. Doesn't mean things were perfect, but a lot of harmony, a lot of happiness, everybody just getting along with each other, and just utter love and respect, and just absolutely beautiful. I mean, you really can't get a much better card than, well, you can. I mean, the Sun is the best card in the deck, but just perfect. So the thing you have to remember, though, because I don't know what we're going to pull next, is that you need to remember, we always talk about duality, is that life has ups and downs like a roller coaster. So this is not something that's going to last forever, okay? So enjoy, you know, you enjoyed it. Let's see where we're heading next with this. But just really good energy that you're coming out of. Just beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at your present. And for your present energy, Queen of Cups. Okay, 2 cups. Cups deals with emotions. So let's go ahead. No, this is about you, because sometimes court cards, which are your knights and your page, your queens and kings, can mean other people, but that's not what this means. This is about you. So right now you are in a space where people come to you for emotional support. You're a good listener. You empathize well with others. And people, it's that nurturing kind of motherly aspect, which, you see that here. She looks like a mother. And she's got this beautiful calming, colors, and you got this beautiful little stream that's all calm, which is representative of the flow of life. So people love to talk to you. You're great at giving advice. And however, though, you need to remember that even though you're great at that, sometimes it's not necessarily your emotions aren't necessarily in the greatest place, so to speak. For the most part, they're in check, but things bother you more than you let on. So like a queen, you're trying to show this, I'm strong, I'm resilient, and for other people, and you've been doing a fantastic job at that. You really have. But coming out of this card, when we're on the downhill of things, something is probably bothering you that you're probably trying to just go, okay, whatever. I'm dealing to everybody else's stuff and trying to comfort them. And I'm not saying that it's necessarily something horrible. But I mean, you figure when we're on a high and you start kind of down that low, it can, kind of feel sad or blah, or, oh, why aren't things, working out or whatever. But you need to be careful because, as I said, things bother you more than you let on. And if you are constantly there for everybody else but not yourself, that's not a good thing. And you're taking these emotions and, you're pushing them down and you're putting on like the queen, she has this like kind of smile and everything. And you're putting on a smile for people, So I would say to work on your heart chakra a little bit because you need to feel these emotions, whatever it is. And as I said, people say things to you that may bother you a little more than you let on. You might laugh them off, the ha 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 or whatever. And if somebody says something that bothers you or you don't like, you need to tell them. Because if you don't, then they think that it's okay to talk to you or say things like that. And again, you need to, and that brings us to the third chakra, you need to speak your truth. But while I think that these repressed emotions can affect eventually the throat chakra, I don't think it has quite yet. But unless you really work on the heart chakra, understanding it's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to tell people that, no, this is not okay, or no, that hurt my feelings, or no, this made me feel like crap. It is okay to tell people that. Because that's the only way that people are going to go, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have said that, or the next time I'm not going to say those things. But otherwise, people love you. They love coming to talk to you because you can empathize. You're such a great empathizer and you offer up some great advice. But it's okay to listen, but you also have to speak too. Somebody needs to listen to you as well. So don't get caught up in bottling up your own emotions, okay? But whatever this downside is, I mean, like I said, it's nothing horrible. It's everyday life stuff. So don't think that it's like some super horrible thing that's going on, that you're coming into. But just, speak your heart. Speak your heart. Speak your truth. Meditate on that heart chakra. And I don't think it's blocked, or I think it's still healthy, but I think it can definitely spiral, out of control. And then that's going to affect the throat chakra, which is our fifth chakra. So those two are very, very connected. So definitely, I would meditate on both of them actually, but if you meditate on both of them and you really acknowledge your feelings and speak your authentic voice. Let people know when things bother you. Everything's perfect. Okay? All right. And now let's look at your future, your near future. And this is anywhere, normally near future is like a couple of months, but because we do these readings quite so often, I'm going to say pretty near future, maybe week or two, something to that effect. And the card you got today is the Fool. Now everybody hears the word fool and they think, oh, that means I'm stupid. No. This is a fantastic card, actually. The Fool, this is about new beginnings, new adventures, new doors opening up. This is a fantastic card. So once I think that you open yourself up emotionally and that you're able to tell people that things bother you more than you're currently letting on, this is going to open you up and bring you into this Fool energy. And the Fool energy is, like I said, it's about new beginnings, new adventures, new opportunities. And like the guy here, he's got his little flower and he's skipping along and he doesn't even care that there's a cliff there because he is focused on the present moment and he knows that he's heading to a place in his life that, things are going to be good. There's going to be ups and downs. As I said, like with this card, we have that roller coaster kind of going on, but he knows that the universe has his back. And that's what you need to remember too, that the universe has your back. But as you open up yourself and you open up your heart space, this is just going to open you up to such wonderful opportunities. And these are big things. These aren't like little tiny, opportunities. The Fool is a major arcana card, meaning, they're big life events. So it's a new chapter opening up. And I think that maybe you have repressed maybe your emotions in the past, or maybe not so much, and it's really becoming an issue now. And that is going to open up this new door to new opportunities within your relationships, where people are going to not walk on eggshells, but they're going to understand that, there's appropriate things to say and not appropriate things to say. But this is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful card. Just lots and lots of wonderful opportunity exists. Remember, though, that with the Fool, as I said, just because it's wonderful opportunities doesn't mean that, it's all sunshine and roses, I like to kind of use the example of with the Fool is like, when we go into whether it's high school or college, that next chapter in our life, we can't wait. We're excited about starting. We don't even think about what may or may not happen, the good and the bad. We're just going for it. And that's kind of that energy is. It's that, you're going to go into whatever this next phase is, and that you're going to take the good with the bad, and you're going to learn experiences. And you know what? That's okay, because that's part of life. But it's still wonderful energy. And again, just absolutely incredible. All right, so I want to go ahead and clarify your reading. So I'm going to pull from this deck now, and we'll see what we get. Okay. I should have shuffled that in the beginning, because now it's shuffled for everybody else. So I'm not going to be shuffling again for everybody else. Oops, took that card. All right, so let's see what we get to clarify your reading. Okay, more cups. Okay, so again, cups is all about emotion. And, as you move from this space of just utter joy to, okay, things are coming down a little bit, maybe you're being there for everybody else, you're repressing your emotion a little bit, and once you resolve that it's going to open up a lot of doors and opportunities for you. So the Four of Cups is telling you that, you know, while you have all this beautiful stuff going on, it's okay to receive help. Because if you look at this guy, he's sitting kind of defensive mode with his arms crossed, and he's got these 3 cups here, like he's got to make this choice, and the universe is handing him a cup. Well, that's kind of how it plays into this. I mean, it plays into all of these. You know, the universe is there for you. The universe is going to give you options. Don't think that every option has to be your idea. It may not even be the universe. It may be a spouse or a sibling or a coworker. Just realize that, you know, don't get prideful, okay? You know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to utilize the ideas of others, and just beautiful energy here. I mean, this is life. This is life right here. So again, guys, just, you know, open up that heart space, speak your truth. Don't bottle the emotions. Don't try to play the strong person. You're allowed to feel what you feel. And if things bother you, you know, and if it's bothering you really bad, then, you know, maybe you need to do a little extra work to try to figure out the root cause of why you feel that way. But once you do, it's going to open you up to such beautiful, wonderful opportunities in the near future. But just remember that you don't always have to make the choice, or it's not always you that has to come up with the decisions. Okay? It's give and take in life. All right, so I will see you guys at the Reiki Hug. I'm going to clear up your cards now and move on. All right, namaste. All right, middle card. All right, I'm going to lay out your cards. So there's your past, there's your present, and there is your near future. And I didn't think about it. I should have shuffled those earlier, but you can see I did shuffle them while, if you really want to see it, while I did the people who chose the left card, but I'm not going to shuffle again. They're shuffled, and whatever card is next is yours. All right, so let's go ahead and see what you guys got for your reading. So what has been going on in your recent past? Ooh, this is one of my favorite cards. It's for 2 reasons. The High Priestess. All right, this is moon energy. And the High Priestess is all about intuition. The universe in your recent past has been sending you messages, most likely through your dreams, but you could be seeing some synchronicities. So if you really haven't paid attention to them, like if you're not someone like me that keeps a dream journal or carries a notebook in their purse so they can write down, like, you know, if I'm at work and I see, you know, on the clock that it's 2:22, and then I'm working on some financial statements and I see the number 2:22, then I'm like, okay, you know, universe is trying to tell me something. So if you haven't noticed that over the past week, maybe 2 weeks at the most, I would try to sit down and try to recall any dreams that you have. If you can remember any of your dreams, write them down. If you can remember seeing something, or maybe it's a certain song you kept hearing over and over and over again, or maybe you received a text message from somebody out of the blue, or an email, or someone called you. The universe recently has sent you some messages. I can't tell you what they are, only you would know that. But again, just, you need to try to go back and figure that out. But the other thing about this card that I really like is that it's an amplifier card, or it is the amplifier card. So whatever card I draw next, it amplifies the energy times 10. Okay? So let's see what's going on in your present. So whatever I say here, remember, it's times 10. All right, so we got the Page of Swords. I know I've said this before. I always hate court cards because they can have several meanings. And like the left, they got a court card, and I got that it was pertaining to them. But I'm getting otherwise for you guys. I am getting that this is somebody else. So there's a way for me to verify it. I'm going to go ahead and pull the next card in the deck. If it is another court card, it is about somebody else. If it's not a court card, it is about you. But I have a feeling it's somebody else. Yep, Queen. And we don't need to read this card. It doesn't matter. So this is about somebody else. So let's talk about this. All right. Which makes sense because we said that the universe over here in your recent past was sending you some signals. Well, the Page of Swords is a person. There's somebody young, young means anybody up to probably like age 24, 25. I mean, could be as young as 4. And however, I'm not thinking they're that young. I'm getting the feeling more teenager. So I would say somewhere between I'm feeling 14 to 24. And they're an air sign, most likely. Air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And this person, either they're about to come into your life or they're already in your life, maybe not so prominent. Or, I mean, if it's like a child, you're going to have a lot going on with them this week. But this person is probably very chatty. They're quick thinking, but yet very logical. And sometimes when they talk, because they're very chatty and very quick thinking, they speak without thinking. So they can sometimes come across as blunt or insensitive. And that's not where they're coming from. When they say things like that, they're not meaning any harm to you whatsoever. It's just they don't think about that. And sometimes these people can be a little bit of a loner because of that. They also like to kind of stick to the rules too. So they're not like a rebel or anything like that. But whoever this person is they're going to be dominating a lot of your time here this week. Now, one of the things about court cards too, I said that the age is probably 14 to 24. However, it can also mean an adult who acts that age. So, if you have a spouse who acts like they're 21 and yet they're 40, then maybe that's who it is. But this person is going to be taking up a lot of time this week. And you probably received some kind of, like I said, you got messages in your recent past about this person, and maybe even the messages about what was going to be coming to fruition about this, whether it was a problem they were going to solve, or maybe it's just somebody coming back, you haven't seen in a while. I really can't tell because, again, this is a general reading. Normally I would draw more cards. But just be aware, for some reason, this person is coming into your life. If they're not already there, they're going to be dominating a lot of your time. Let's look at the future card to kind of see how this bridges, because I'm curious. I'm very curious. Okay, so the 7 Cups reversed. Okay. All right, so in your near future, I think that this is pertaining to somebody that you're kind of going to be wanting to relate to them a little bit, because you're going to see this carefree spirit, and you may do silly things with them, or not dress age appropriate and do all these things, but their energy is going to have some effect on you this week with that. It's not necessarily bad or anything like that, but you're definitely not going to be acting your normal self. Once this person's not dominating so much of your time in your future, I see you coming back to reality, because, this is going to cause you to be living in a little bit of fantasy world, and if you've ever had the friend that, you hadn't seen in 5 years and they're so carefree and, maybe they have no commitments in life, and then, maybe you start doing your hair differently and acting a little differently. That's kind of what I see with this. I don't think it's going to be anything out of control, any kind of like midlife crisis or anything of that nature. I just see it as some, blowing off some steam. But when this person is not dominating your time, you need to make sure that you come back to reality. And that's what the Seven of Cups is saying, is that you're going to get back to reality. You were fantasizing a little bit, but that's all going to stop. And, you're going to get back to the normal minutia of life. I'm sorry, that's not so glamorous. But overall, I mean, it's good. It's fun. It's very fun energy. As long as you don't get stuck there. So many times people get around somebody and the person leaves, and, maybe they were just showing off a bit or not acting their normal self because they were out of their normal daily humdrum life. And then you pick up on that. And then the next thing you know, they're gone. They're back to their normal, and you're spiraling kind of out of control. So just keep that in mind. Have fun. You all of a sudden, you're not a person that goes and gets their nails done and you go and get hot pink or fluorescent orange nails or whatever. Have fun with it, but just, come back to reality when you're done. We all need that fun, carefree attitude every now and then. Let's go ahead and pull your clarifying card just to kind of see if we can get a little more information. Okay. So we got the Hermit. And the Hermit is all about taking a break. And that's perfect, because after this, that's what this is saying. You know what? You need to take some time for some self-reflection, some time to meditate, some time to yourself, just to get everything back together. So with these three cards, I mean, you're going to have a lot of fun. And just remember, it is something temporary. Don't go making any major life changes as a result of this. When the person's gone or done, make sure that you come back to reality. Take some time to meditate. If you're feeling any weird feelings afterwards, like start questioning your life or anything like that, go meditate, okay? Meditate on it. Don't make any crazy decisions. And, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be silly fun. So have fun. All right. Well, I will see y'all at the Reiki Hug. That was perfect. So I'm going to move your cards to the side. All right. Let me get your cards to my right, people. Now there's your, that's the past, the recent past, present, and near future. All right. Now, one of the things, I had shuffled this deck when I did the left card, and I should have shuffled it in the beginning. So when I do your clarifying card, it's the top card. All right, so let's talk about your recent past energy. All right, so the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so in your recent past, you've probably been juggling a lot. A lot on your plate, doing a whole lot of things. Not having a lot of time to yourself, feeling like you're about to burn out, just juggling one thing after another. Every time you think you've accomplished one thing, you turn around and there's three more things facing you. A lot of stress that I see in your recent past, okay? If you're still feeling any of that, I would suggest to meditate on your root chakra, because I think that that's where that's coming from. But yeah, you've been juggling so much, and I just get this overwhelming feeling like you're seriously like there's not enough time in the day, not even to breathe, and you're trying to find where you can get the extra time, and you seriously, with the exception of not eating and not sleeping, you you're stressing me out. So I hope that this, as we move forward, that this has ended. And like I said, if there's any residual, I mean, you kind of feel a little still like that, but not so much, hit up that root chakra. Okay. And if you're feeling this a lot, then yeah, we'll see. But my goodness, you just that card. Normally, I love the Two of Pentacles. To me, it's just, I don't know. I like the symbolism in it, but man, I pulled that over and I started to feel stressed out. Whew. Breathe, okay? Make sure you breathe too. And if you guys know that I am constantly beating in your heads, meditate. If you are not meditating, meditate, okay? Because that's going to help you through situations like this. Because, I mean, we all have stress in our life and we all do more things than normally we need to do. But, guys, you need to, don't do this again, okay? That's too much. All right, let's go ahead and move on to what's going on in your current space. Okay, another Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in reversed. Oh, okay. Normally, this is bad news. It's telling you that you're about to receive some type of bad news. How bad it is, it's hard for me to tell in this type of reading because, again, it's a general reading. Normally, I would be drawing some more cards. I would clarify each card. But I'm thinking it's because of this, because you're doing so much bad news. Now, bad news doesn't necessarily, and I'm not talking about like horrific things. I mean, yeah, sure, that's possible. But it can mean things like canceled plans, maybe events being canceled. It could even mean people being negative to you. But yeah, no, I'm thinking it's more you're going to get some bad news. I hate doing readings when it's like that. So hopefully I'm wrong. But if you've gotten some recent bad news lately, you know what? Meditate. It will make you feel better. Breathe. Don't stress out about it. I know that's easier said than done, but if you just got some bad news, or if you get bad news, don't react. Okay. In life, we have a choice. We respond or react. And there's certain times we need to react. Like if we're driving in traffic and somebody slams on their brakes, we need to react. We can't think, because reacting means that we don't think. So if you get some bad news and you just start reacting to it, you're not giving yourself time to process, time to think about what the universe is telling you, what course of action, what plans you could have. So again, with all this stress, I think that's going to lead to reacting. Try not to do that. I would go ahead and start working on your sacral chakra. Okay. Focus on bringing nice, positive, orange, beautiful light into that sacral chakra and keeping it balanced. I would try to do that at least every day. Sacral chakra deals with those raw emotions. And with all this stress that you've had in your recent past, I can definitely see that whatever the bad news is, even if it's something, dinner plans getting canceled, I can see you just going off the deep end. So don't do that, okay? Breathe. Make sure you meditate. Keep yourself centered. Try to remain calm. Again, just focus on that sacral chakra. Sorry. I hate when I pull terrible cards. All right, let's look at our near future. Let's see what you're going to get here. Okay, the Hermit. All right, so this card is not a bad card at all. This is about you taking a break. this is about you taking a physical break, that you need to go take some time to yourself. And that, God, that makes so much sense with all, like I told you, this stresses me. I'm going to put, hold on, because it's stressing me out looking at it. Whoops. I know I got little teeny pieces of black tourmaline. I'm putting that on that card because that card is stressing me out. So I'm going to put it on her head. But it makes sense that after all of this stress that's going to come into your recent past, because you're going to be told something you don't want to hear. And you know what? That happens. And you need to go do some soul searching and some self-reflection. Meditate, refocus yourself. You know, you're going to feel a bit antisocial, but it's okay. This is a time you need to focus on yourself. Say no. Okay, say no. And I already told you to meditate, but continue meditating. Once you get through this here, I would go ahead and you can even do my quick, what is it? Oh, I got to jump back. I forgot I just released that Sunday. If you haven't watched it and done it, it's only like 9 minutes long, and it's actually only really like an 8-minute meditation when you take away the intro and the exit videos. It's a sacral chakra sound healing, and it uses water is the element associated with the sacral chakra. Start listening to that. If that's your only meditation you do, that's fine. 8 minutes a day, that's perfect. Go and listen to that. The majority of it, I think I only talk for like 1 minute. The 7 minutes is just sound. And all I want you to do is I want you to focus on, close your eyes, focus on orange light entering your sacral chakra. Imagine it swirling and filling up and just beautiful, bright, like an orange, a perfect orange being picked off a tree. That's the color. Do that meditation. That is going to help you so much. All right. That's for this week. Now back to the Hermit. The Hermit, we're talking about that it's time for self-reflection, some self-healing. You need to meditate. You need to refocus. I would suggest doing my Quickie 7 chakra meditation, because that's going to hit all 7 chakras. And this is going to allow you to really be able to, once you get those chakras into alignment, to really be able to focus on yourself. And take the time every day and, tell yourself you're beautiful, that you're wonderful, that you're awesome, that you're a fantastic soul. Take the time every day to say in the morning when you get out of bed, 3 things that you're grateful for. And go beyond the obvious, my job, my family, my house. Go beyond that. Some things that you would normally not say that you're thankful for. And if you're finding, any kind of emotional things, focus on that heart chakra. Just sit and do some free writing. Sit down, play some music, get some blank paper. You could even do it on a laptop, I guess. But get some blank paper or your laptop and just write. Don't think about what you're writing about. Just let it flow. And you'll be surprised what you may find that's bothering you that you didn't even know. But in your near future, this is going to be a time to do a little introspection. Okay? Let's go ahead and clarify all this. So this is a beautiful card. This is, once you get through all of this, it's going to take you into a beautiful, beautiful space. But you just, whatever this is, well, we know what this is. All of this, and then whatever this news is, you need to take then the time to process it. Feel the feelings. I always say that as well. Feel the feelings. Work through the feelings. Try to figure out what lesson that the universe wants you to learn, and then move on from that. Okay? So let's go ahead and clarify it and see what message we get. Okay, hold on. I'm going to use my tincture bells, get rid of this negativity. All right, the Tower. Oh, okay, that's even worse. Um, Tower is like, everybody always thinks the Death card is the worst card in the deck, and the Tower, my mentor would be like, don't say that, but to me, I don't like it because it's all about chaos, and that's what we got. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Normally, the Tower is saying something really horrible, life shattering, life changing is about to happen. And I think that whatever this is, I don't necessarily think it's like a death in the family or that you're losing your job or your home or some big life shattering event like that. But I think that this is definitely saying that this stress you have, is causing this Tower moment, this stress that you've had. And that out of a result of that, you're going to not get the news you want. And I think that maybe you might make it a little better, but it's going to be pretty devastating to you. You're going to be upset and you're going to be like, oh, I did all this then, whatever. But the thing about the Tower energy is that this has to happen, because if you look in this picture, like you see the foundation of the Tower, it's like all like, it's not solid looking. It's all jagged. So of course the Tower is going to fall because it's not built on a solid foundation. So what happens is the Tower's got to come down in order to rebuild. And that's exactly what we have going on here, is that you've had all this dang stress and crap going on in your life. And then with whatever you're told this week is going to, not make you very happy, which is all playing into the Tower energy. But this has to happen because once you can work through this and you go over here and move into the Hermit energy, where that you can self-heal and reflect and do some soul searching, you're going to come out on the other end of this card and you're going to be like, life is beautiful. Life is perfect. That wasn't as bad as I thought. I made it through. This all needed to happen. And man, that all plays into the Tower. So don't let the Tower freak you out. Don't let this freak you out. It's nothing like super, like I said, it's not like, it's not happy, but it's not like earth shattering. But anyway, whatever this bad news is, it is, whether you believe it or not, it's for your highest good. You may never understand why sometimes that happens, but as long as in your near future, you take that time, meditate, really do some soul searching, really search your soul with whatever happened over here. And, you're going to be just fine. All right, I'm turning your cards. Actually, I'm just going to move them off the screen because I don't like them. But it'll be good. It'll be okay. All right, I am going to go ahead and get a bowl so we can do our Reiki hug. I think you can hear Parker. Go ahead and make sure your cell phones are at least on silent. And once they're on silent, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nothing too crazy. Just focus on that breathing. And then I want you to start doing a quick body scan. Starting at your toes, we're going opposite today. Starting at your toes, working your way up through your legs to your hips, releasing any tension, any stress you find. Up to the chest, to the shoulders. Don't forget the arms, the neck. And this 2 minutes of Reiki is for you, for physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, all of it, some of it, whatever you need. This is your time. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, start wiggling your fingers and your toes, coming back to the real world. All right, well, again, I apologize about this morning. I hope this made up for it a little bit. I know one of the readings wasn't the greatest, but hopefully nobody picked that one. But anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for your patience and understanding. And please remember to take advantage of the $30 tarot session. If you're really interested in having a personal reading, I use multiple decks, multiple tarot decks, multiple oracle decks. It's a 45 to 60 minute reading. Again, $30 if you sign up today through Sunday. So again, if you sign up on Sunday, when you sign up, I'll shoot you an email saying, hey, give me a day or two. Usually give me a couple days because I only do readings, even though this stupid website makes you schedule a time, which is so dumb. But, I need time to connect to your energy. I will not do a tarot reading if my energy is not good, if I'm having a bad day. So I'll shoot you an email saying, hey, got this. I plan on doing your reading this day. And then, as I said, you'll get a file transfer and I'll tell you how to work that. And then you have your reading and you can watch it as often as you like. So again, also don't forget the June special. And I will see everybody. Don't forget, if you haven't been watching Fake or Fact on Wednesdays, check that out. It's only like a minute long. They're lots of fun. See if you get it right. And I will see you, I promise, on Friday morning for your oracle message, your message from your guide, somebody in your spiritual team. All right, so this runs so long. But again, thank you guys so much. Smash that subscribe button. Show YouTube your natural healer is not going to be held down by the man. All right, guys, go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.